Hi you guys, as always when I'm visiting my dad, I thought I'd pop in and say hello to you guys as well, so hello. I've popped in today to see his new Sandblaster, which he's incredibly proud of, and I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy footage of that. As always, thank you very much for the support for his YouTube channel. It means a great deal to my dad and all of the family. And if you like what you see, definitely subscribe. We want to get to 100,000. That'll be cause for much celebration. So if you can help me get there, that would be great. I hope you enjoy the show today. Hope you enjoy the Sandblaster. Lovely to catch up. See you all again soon.
I've been doing more and more little restoration jobs of various parts of steam engines for different people, and I've been getting stuff blasted, so it's been costing us a tenner here and possibly 20 quid there to get little bits done. Bits like that valve there. So I've decided to buy myself a little blasting cabinet. It's my birthday, so I've treated myself. It wasn't a great lot of money. I've just taken it out of the box. It comes fully assembled. I had a look online and some of these come and you've got to start screwing together. This one is fully assembled, and quite honestly I'm very well impressed with it. It's quite heavy, quite substantial, nice and rigid, not flexing. I'm quite impressed. Bollocks. What they are spare insides for here, like a protector to stop the perspex lid from getting scratched. It comes with gloves already in. There's the glove there. There's an accessory box here with the bits and pieces in. There's a power pack there because it's got a 12-volt LED strip light beside. Even the blast gun comes complete, suction pipe and air pipe. You got a roll of thread tape, roll of pipe tape for sealing your airline in. I've got a really good air supply up here to run the plasma table. Nice clean dry air. And they're blast nozzles, different sizes, different applications. I've also got a bag of, I think it's aluminium oxide grit. So I'm going to put the rest of it together and then we'll give it a try and see what it works like. Well, that's quite bright in there. I'm probably put a piece of tape or something there to stop it reflecting, and somebody suggested painting the inside of the cabinet white does make a big difference as well with reflected light. The fitting on the bottom of the gun, that goes through a hole in the bottom of the cabinet. There's a little bolt goes in there, and there's a series of holes around where the grit gets pulled in. You see space is in a premium in here. I haven't got a great lot of space. So that goes down through a hole in the bottom. It's at the lowest point, so it's always going to be picking grit up. Get the spanner and tighten that on. Right, that's the air connector that goes through a hole in the side, and then you screw a PCL coupling into there. I'll bring the camera in and get a shot inside here once I get it all assembled. Simple enough locking device, and it's got a nice rubber seal on there. It's all been silicon, all the joints have been silicon, which is a good thing. Up now I'm quite impressed. It's looking inside it, obviously. Turn the light on, gloves. That's the sand pickup down there, that's the air pickup there, and there's a little filter on here. Your hoover goes on the outside of that. I need to make an adapter to make that a better fit in there. But it's an old ash hoover I've had for a long time, just don't use it. That's the PCL airline fitting in. All straightforward stuff. going to put some blaster medium in now, put an nail in into it, and then we can give it a try, which I'm looking forward to doing. It's all exactly what it is. I'm quite impressed. Little rubber feet on, nice little bit of detail. It's a medium grade of grit I've got. I don't want nothing too abrasive, but I want it to work. Right. Air supply next. The vacuum cleaner sucking the dust out. I'm going to have to change this to left hand. But there's enough room in here to get in most things I want to get. Come here, you bastard. Most things I want to get in. You get a course on the head of here, you need it to. And it's working very, very well. It's removing the rust but not taking any of the metal away, which is just what I wanted it to do. I had some stuff blasted once in an industrial blaster, and honestly it made a proper mess of it. It's going to be as good as I'm prepared to spend time doing it. And there's no dust leaking out the cabinet, so it's doing exactly what I wanted it to do. And I'm using about 75 psi of air, which is what I use on the plasma table. And it's so nice, dry, and it filter. So. But I can't taste dust out here, so the vacuum cleaner's doing its job properly. That's had roughly 5 minutes in there with me blasting it, and it's come up quite nice. It's taken most of the rust off, but hasn't damaged the material, hasn't damaged the metal, which is exactly what I wanted. So all in all, it's going to do the job I wanted it to do. And this is not a freebie, I've actually bought this, I actually paid for it. I didn't really want to be using this Sandblaster in the other shed where I've got the SNNC plasma table, because there's quite a lot of electronics in there, and I don't like the chance of any dust coming out of here and getting into my electronics or into any of the tracks on the plasma table. So I brought it in here, which used to be a wood store, and now it's developed into a sort of a store for my bits and pieces. I made a little bench for it. I've got the vacuum there, I've got a spare receiver I put down there to give it a little bit more air, and I've also got a big receiver there. And I've got power to it. Now I'm going to try and sort out the dust extraction setup, so I'll bring the camera around, show you what I've got and how I'm going to go about doing that. Inside the blasting cabinet there's a little filter held on with those 3 screws, and I've got this piece of tubing which fits quite nice into my hoover pipe, so I think I'm going to make an adapter to put that onto there, and that should work quite nicely. I'm going to take this off, so I've got some hole centres, and I'll probably plasma cut a little bit of stainless plate and weld that into it. This is quite nicely made, it's got even little spring washers on. It's quite a lot of attention to detail being done on it. There's a coarse filter that goes on the top of the fine filter. I don't need to take the filter off, the filter's actually fastened on. No, it's not. That's the filter there. It's just got a rubber seal on it. So this can be taken off and cleaned out. You can see all the dust's horrible. And that's the little foam filter that goes over the top of that. Right, so I've got that. That's a template. We can use that to make a little adapter. Right, I cut out very nicely, and that bit of tube's a good fit in there. I'll run a little bit of weld round there. I mean, obviously you don't need a plasma table to make one of them. You could drill it and saw it and fell it, but dear me, it makes things simple. I should have put the 3 holes in as well. It's simple to put the pitch circle down it and cut the 3 holes. I just forgot to do it. I have to do them the old-fashioned way with the drill. Nice little bead of TIG round there. 3 holes in and we're now ready to have a bit of action. Not too shabby for a mechanic, it pisses about I suppose. Put some seal material around there just to make sure it doesn't leak. One thing, seal it as best possible, give it its best chance of working. I must get some better light in here. This was originally just a wood store and I've kind of taken over it to make it into a workshop extension really. This is a little bit awkward in here because it's dark. Right, so the extraction pipe goes straight into there and it plugs into the hoover or the vacuum cleaner, whatever you want to call it. And that's working well because the gloves are actually getting pulled straight out, so it's obviously got a depression in there. It's less than atmospheric, which is a good thing. Need an airline onto here and then we can give it a try in its new home. Okay, so if I turn the vacuum on, that's excellent that. The glove's got an erection. Oh, that is absolutely splendid that. There's some physics going on there.